Okay, that what you just watched there was the most foolish thing ever said by any government person. So this person just said you have blood in your hands. So I'm like listening to the whole conversation. I watched the whole thing, and guys, that was the most disgusting conversation I ever seen. Because the parents, I could see the parents then at the end for real. I understand their what they are going through and they lost their children and all that stuff. But guys, that was the most foolish thing they could ever say, to try to bring up the issue of Facebook, TikTok, and all those other applications that they are ruining their kids. So we are going to talk about this issue. But first, I want to ask you a question. You're watching this. Should we blame Joe Biden for the death of many people in America? Since he is president, he has control over everything. Just like how Mark Zuckerberg has control over Facebook and Instagram. Should we blame him for the school shootings that are happening because he's not able to control them? This is the first question that I'm asking you. Should we blame him for not taking responsibilities for the school shootings? Because this is what should be happening. He should be also put in the corner because he is not answering the question. The question is, should we blame Joe Biden for the death of many children at school shootings? No, right? But we got them asking guys, business and millionaires and billionaires about their applications. We all know what they want. They just want tax. And after that, they're going to file a tax to the companies and say they want money for how many children who have lost their lives. And the parents, they're just being used as an obstacle, or they're just being used as a way of getting tax. And they're so foolish that they cannot see it. The thing is, most parents don't understand that they need to take control. It's like I saw some of them say my child was 12 and he was on Snapchat. Like, what the fuck was your child doing on Snapchat? 12 years old. Your child is not even old enough to be on social media. But you are busy telling us that you you lost your child because of Snapchat or Facebook. Guys, give us a break. Yes, I know what you're going through, but you suck at parenting. And that's the real fact. The truth is, when you're a parent, you take control. And most American parents, they don't do that. They let their kids go. That's why you see the crime rate is so high. A parent buys a child a gun, then they blame Facebook and other things like that. That's the most useless thing that I've ever said, heard being blamed on other people. Like, I was even shocked that they put all those guys, the owner of OnlyFans and Pornhub, those guys are like laughing at home watching this show. Like, those are the guys who actually, guys, they're the guys who actually lead kids into sexual content and all that stuff. But we got these people telling us that Instagram and Facebook is bad. Instagram and Facebook, they personalize according to what you search for. Like, if you open my Instagram, my Facebook, and all that, you can actually see that the things that you see on your phone are not the things that you see. Mine is full of entertainment videos and all that stuff and many inspiring videos. But we got them blaming millionaires because all they want is just text. The government wants text, and after that, they're gonna find the text, like what they did to YouTube. They took money from them. They file money. Soon they'll file like a billion, multiple billions of dollars. That's their mission. And most of you cannot see that. So these parents are going out there blaming people for something that they could not take control over. You could have taken control over your child since they were young. Your child was having a cell phone which goes online at the age of 12. How could you? Like, you let your child go on Facebook, Instagram, and all that stuff at that small age. Don't blame other people for your lack of parenting. Like, you should have taken control a long time ago. Now you got these business people, you get them stuck in the room. It's not under their control. Just like how Joe Biden is not controlling the country so far. You see, like, this is how the world runs. No matter how you try to control it, even if we put like the seed this thing anyway. So the person is a choice. Just like how the white people had a choice, the British people could have chosen not to colonize us, but they did. They still colonized us anyway. So they just took that button. They had a choice to say, no, we don't want to do this. But in this scenario, all they did was push the button and say, no, we choose to do it anyway. It's to create a choice for people. And if you look at the content, most of the content get banned on such platforms. Sexual content and nudity, it gets banned on platforms like Facebook and Instagram. And the thing is, they try their best to follow community guidelines, but we got people who are trying to override the system. It's like they know nothing about technology. So most of these things happen, and they're just trying to find someone to blame for it. So I'm telling you this so that you can open your eyes. If you're an American, you need to hear this. You need to take control over your kids. You have the right to say no. I don't want my kid to go through this. So they're allowing children to change their gender at a small age. Say I'm no longer a male. I'm a female. But at the end of the day, they are busy putting people in the corner. They're saying no, you're causing sexual content, but at the end of the day we see them forcing kids into such things as LGBTQ. Why aren't they suing Coco Melon for imposing such things, and all those cartoons for imposing LGBTQ? No, because they love it, right? Because they're trying to impose this. What is the main mission of this system, of these foolish meetings that they're holding? It's not about safe place for kids. It's about them getting money which they want. And these parents are just being used as pawns to get what the government wants. The truth is, those people are making no sense. And if you look at most of those guys, they have no brains. They're just asking questions that are useless. If I look at their questions, they're like, yes or no. Like that guy is like, that guy, I'm looking at that guy. I don't know what that guy's name is, and I don't want to know. But that guy is like the most foolish guy I've ever seen so far. He's like asking yes or no in a question that requires an explanation. And they want to force them to say what they want them to say. But I love how they responded. But if it was me, I would have hit them in the face with these questions. Like, can we blame the president for the shootings that are happening in the country? No. So that's what you say, no, because the people choose to. So the same as Instagram and Facebook, they control the same as the government. Yes, the right to emplace police officers in the school system, but they chose not to, which means they love it. They love it, and they enjoy doing these things. They want to force people through the system. You see, and many kids are getting killed each and every week. Tell me how many children have already died in the first year, in this year. From 2020 to 2024, many kids have died through school shooting. Should not this be the blame of the leader? Should we not blame the leader for this? That's the most useless things that I've ever heard in history. That they go and blame users, like of or owners of companies, because they just want to get their selfish needs. If you're hearing this, and I don't care whoever sees this, but I'm going to tell you this. You are the ones who have blood in your hands. The government is the one which have blood in their hands. They're talking about blood in their hands. Everyone has blood in their hands in other different ways. But to tell the truth, the government has the most blood in their hands. You send nuclear weapons to kill people. You kill people, innocent people. Innocent people are dying in Gaza. The innocent people are dying in Gaza, in Ukraine. Then you tell us about blood in the hands of someone who's just running a business. No, there's no blood in the hands. If I was Mark Zuckerberg, I would have never apologized to those foolish, stingy people, because all they want to do is they want to push him through the limits. And this is what they want to force him to do. They want to force him to accept the fact that yes, he did it. But the truth is he didn't do it. There's nothing wrong with what he did. With the putting that sign, if it was me, I would have answered them correctly. The answer is it's about creating a world of choice. Your child is a choice. And exactly, the platform does not allow those kids to be on the platform. Immediately, the parents should be sued for allowing the child to be on the platform. The second thing is the parents should not be standing there like statues trying to protest for foolish things, like they don't know like what is happening across the world. They let their children stay up late to 8 o'clock. Your children's careful should be 3 o'clock. Your child should not be leaving the house without your knowledge. You should be controlling their everyday movement. How can a child younger than 18 be ruling you in your own house? That's the problem with most parents from the West. You want to find someone to blame for your foolishness and your irresponsibility instead of you taking your responsibility. Here in Africa, we get spanked, beaten, and beat down. And that's what makes people straight here. And if you think that anything is going to change, anything's different, let me tell you the fact today. The fact is, you guys are trying to find someone to blame for your foolishness. And the foolish fact is, you are the ones who have blood in your hands. You are the one who led your children to doomsday. You don't control what your kids watch. You don't control what your kids see. You just want to see your kids happy. Yes, I understand every parent want to see their children happy, but they are what you call what children need to know and what children want to know. You push kids to what they need to know, not what they want to know. So most of you waste most of your time trying to give children what they want instead of what they need. The government is the one which has blood in their hands, and they should not be making those great men sit there and waste their time with those stupid people who have nothing to do. So the thing is, those guys, they know nothing. They're the ones with blood in their hands. Because if you look at how people are dying in the USA, in each and every state, you see that nothing has been done, nothing is changing. It has been since the day I was born, the same thing has been happening, but they are not changing the system. Why is the things not changing? The Times Square is no longer the same as it was in 1950. We look at the buildings, they have changed. We see many things have changed. Even Hollywood has changed. The world is changing, but the one thing is not changing: school shootings. Why are they not changing? Should we blame them for that? Should parents be suing them for that? Parents got nothing to do. They should be going to the police officers, paying them nothing, because those guys deserve nothing. They are wasting time. They all they do is they punish innocent people, and they think they are wearing suits, so they try to impose certain foolish things on people. The thing is, the school system is destroying kids, and the parents are afraid to even send their kids to school because they are afraid that their child will get shot at school. How can you tell me something different about that? What kind of world are we living in if we are not allowed to to go to school without having to fear being shot? Children in the USA are living in fear. I'm telling you. I have a friend who was in the USA. That friend was like, every day I live in fear because you don't know, anytime any child might just come out of nowhere and shoot you. Because a foolish parent bought a child a gun. A child a gun. That's the most foolish thing I've ever heard. Then we got other things happening across the world that are like the war between Palestine, the war between Gaza and Israel, and we got Russia and Ukraine. Then they tell us, after them continuing to acknowledge and sponsoring the war, they are busy telling those people that they are the ones with blood in their hands. Fuck you. Fuck you, because you are the ones who have blood in your hands. You are trying to find someone to impose your foolish behaviors on. And I can actually tell you, every man who was sitting in that room, they have no brains. Because I can actually tell you this, they have no brains, because if you look into the system of how they are working, how they are doing their things, they are imposing LGBTQ rights on kids. We should be suing them for that, but because they are law, they use the law of saying we are the law. No, nah, nah. They are the ones who should be sued. Stop suing Mark Zuckerberg, guys like Elon Musk, and all those guys who owns those amazing apps that I use every day. I use those apps when I'm feeling low. I open my TikTok and I get to see jokes and funny things, and I laugh and I get motivated. Your kids are searching the wrong things. You should raise your kids right. Raise your kids right, you foolish parents. Stop blaming people. Accept your mistake and move on. Accept your mistake and move on. Suicidal thoughts are usually caused more by the environment. The social media impact does not affect too many suicidal thoughts than the environment that we live in. Your child might have had suicidal thoughts, but I can tell you one thing: you as a parent contributed a lot. If you had known what was happening in your child's life, then your child would have never lived that kind of life. If your child had never had a phone at a small age, then you would have never, that thing had never happened. You should take away the resources that are making your child lose focus. That's what parenting is. Parenting, you don't get controlled by Joe Biden or any other president. You are the leader of your family. And I see most foolish fathers in America. You think you are doing great things by going out there and protesting. You're just showing the world how foolish and pathetic you are. You are very pathetic and you are idiotic because you are not able to control your household. You are trying to blame someone for something that you did. Accept your own mistake. Man up. Like, for God's sake, what kind of foolish and stupid thing is this? Nonsense, you're wasting your time. So guys, thank you for watching this video, and if you love this video, please subscribe for my next video, because on this channel I speak the truth, nothing but the truth. and I'm gonna keep on speaking the truth. So if you have any topic that you want me to talk about, but you can't speak it, you can say it here. I will speak it.